All right, so it's been a while since I've done Stadia. Uh, I believe my last live stream I did on Stadia was, let me see. It was quite a while. It was like June. I think my last live stream I did on Stadia or any kind of video regarding Stadia was June. So I haven't really touched anything on Stadia since June. And man, there's so much to talk about regarding Stadia here. If you're somebody who haven't tried Stadia or is being skeptical because you're seeing all of these videos where people are talking trash about the Stadia, uh, listen, this service, I tried it first on November 21st when it came out. Now, granted, it has its problems in the beginning. It had its issues in the beginning, but for the most part, it served me well. Uh, and in a course of what, 9 months, 10 months, let's say just circle it 8 months, 8.5 months, it really has proven itself. Well, let's just 9 months, okay, 9 months. It really served itself well with the features that they have implemented, including a free to play where you don't have to pay for a pro subscription, even though pro subscription gives you a lot of games. I mean, look at all these pro subscription games that are available. You got the Elder Scrolls Online on top of the games that you can buy, and if you're part of the pro subscription, you get discount to purchase those existing games. So I know you're gonna say, people are gonna say, well, what is the catch here with the Stadia? What was the one thing that kind of caught my eye with the Stadia? Well, nobody likes to wait for a game to be downloaded. Nobody likes to buy an external hard drive or an extra hard drive to make some more space for the game that you have to download. And you got to remember, you got to have a pretty good internet to download these big, hefty 100 gigabytes, 120 gigabytes, these juggernauts of games. Minimum, even the lowest game, it's like 40 gigabytes, 48 gigabytes. Even Madden was like 38 gigabytes. So if you're somebody who's really not into downloading the games, waiting for the updates, if you're just somebody who just wants to click and play right away, and you got a semi pretty good, decent, stable internet, let's say 1 terabyte data cap, okay, because you never can go over that 1 terabyte. Let's just be honest. I would say this is for you. I would say this is for whom this is aimed at. And I understand why some people don't like Stadia. I get it. But this idea that there's people out there who want to see this service fail, it shows me that those individuals who want to see this service fail, they're not gamers. Listen, if you want to see a service fail because for whatever reason, maybe you're a PC elitist, maybe you are Xbox or PlayStation fanboy, or whatever the poison is that you are drinking out there, we don't want to drink your poison. That shows me that you're not a gamer. If you're somebody who's wishing that this service fails. I mean, think about that. There's people out there who call themselves a gamers, and they want to see this service fail. Even Gamer Nexus, I'm calling you out, Gamer Nexus. He says, "Oh, it still hasn't failed." Yes, just like I told you, Gamer Nexus, it hasn't failed, and it won't fail. They're investing money. They have money. They can do it. It's called Google. It's a huge, huge corporation. They can do it. Okay, they're not a small, little, tiny company. They're serious about it, and they're gonna evolve. You're laughing about it now. Everybody's laughing about Stadia now, but give it about 5 years. Give it about 7 years. People won't be laughing anymore 7 years from now. They're going to say, oh, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you knew. Only I knew. Because I'm right about everything so far. I've been right about every single damn thing so far. That's not me blowing up smoke and trying to tap myself on the back or brag about me, but it's the fact. Just like I said, the Xbox Series X and X Series S and the PlayStation 5, those three consoles will be the last consoles by 2031. Everything's going cloud. Got it? Capiche? Everything's going cloud. Why cloud? Because it's a different world. It's easier, it's cheaper, it's more affordable. Now, you're still going to have options to build your own PC in 2031. You're still going to have that option to run something in ridiculous, 12K, 24K, 600, hertz refresh rate, 1,000 frames per second, whatever the hell is that we move into by 2031. You're still going to have that option. But let's be honest, the internet's going to advance 11 years from now so good. The server's going to advance so great 11 years from now, 12 years from now, that it won't be an issue. It won't be an issue. And therefore, there won't be any need for expensive manufacture of consoles. Anyway, sorry about that, but I just had to say this because it's been really bothering the hell out of me that there's people out there since November. Oh, this is going to fail. This is already dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. It's already being buried. There's already funerals being set up. Pfft, what? Come on. There's a problem with some of these individuals. They have so much ego that they can't help themselves with the fact that they are wrong, that they failed. Just like Yongya can help himself that he failed, and he knows that he was wrong about Stadia. And now they're trying to kind of backpedal and, oh, no, it's still a shitty service. No, they're going to fail. They just have a problem admitting that they're wrong. They hold themselves to some kind of higher standard, that they're better than you, that they know everything more better than you. And I don't know why you guys subscribe to these idiots. I really don't. Everything that Gamer Nexus can do, I can do. I can Google it. I can find out how to build my own computer. Okay? I don't need Gamer Nexus. I don't need Yongya. I don't need HD TV tests to tell me how to calibrate a TV. Everything they can do, I can do. And you can do. You can do too. You don't need me. You don't need anyone. You just go straight to the source and learn and Google and research. Okay? I don't know why you guys blindly follow these assholes. And they're not gamers. They're not gamers. They're not gamers. What they are is money whores. That's it. They're just thinking about money. They don't care about games. They're just using games to get you to click. To get you to click and buy their merch so they can make their money. It's simple as that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's play some Stadia games. I had to say this because it's been a while and I felt like I had to get this off my chest. I see what's going on and it really bothers me that to this day, that they're so desperate they can't help themselves. How is it possible the Stadia hasn't destroyed itself? That Stadia can sustain itself? How is this possible that even Electronic Arts, it's coming on board? That even Uplay Plus, it's coming on board? How could this be? How could this be that the Cyberpunk will be available day one with Stadia? How could this be that maybe even Crysis Remaster will be available along with the Mafia Trilogy and Mafia 1 Remake? How could this be? How could this happen? Okay, it could happen because they have money. They're Juggernaut Corporation. They got gigatrillions worth net. They can buy their own islands, okay? They can buy Iceland tomorrow. Google can buy fucking Iceland tomorrow. And I don't know, build some servers there or whatever the fuck. If Iceland is for sale, that is. So they can do it. They have the resources to do it. But anyway, enough of me talking about this. Let's go play some games. I just had to get this off my chest because it's been really bothering me. I didn't want to say much. I was keeping quiet about Stadia, but I just couldn't believe the amount of bullshit out there that people are still spitting about Stadia. You know. But anyway, that's just me. What's up, Alfonso? How you doing? You think Sony can match Xbox? What's up, Desperado? That's right. People always laugh at the innovators until everyone else joins in. Yeah, they're all laughing about it. You know, they were laughing about Sony, remember? When Nintendo and Sega were the king. And then in 1997, what was it, 1998? Pfft, what? Sony? The company that makes televisions, Walkmans, and boomboxes and speakers? That company? Really? They're going to be into video games industry. Yeah, sure. They're also laughing about Microsoft and Bill Gates. Yeah, really. Bill Gates, the guy who creates Windows, he's going to create a console. It has been proven in the past over and over again that you should never laugh at some new competitor. You don't know. You don't have a crystal ball. You don't know which way it's going to go. You know. But anyway, let's go play some video games, shall we? Let's play my favorite, Artyom. And look, there's tons of games. You got Hitman, World of Assassination, the first season. You got the Super Bomberman. You got all of the Metros, Metro Last Light Redux. You got Metro 2033 or whatever. All of the trilogies. You got tons of games, man, available right now. Even some exclusive ones like Cradia. So there's tons of stuff here to play. Even Super Hot, it's available, part of the Pro subscription. Doom, I have that as well. I'm just going through some of these games that I have, but there's tons of stuff, man. Tons of stuff here to play and to enjoy. Okay. But anyway, let's go and let's jump in to Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus looks freaking great, man. At 60 FPS. But we're going to go with the Metro. And then we're going to hit the Hitman. But first we're going to go jump onto the Metro. Like this one. 2033 Redux. And then we're going to jump into Last Light. But let's go jump into Redux right here. Cradia. I love Cradia, dude. I've been playing a bunch of Cradia. Oh, man. Hide as a crouch. Hide as a couch. Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, this is too loud. Is it too loud? Oh, my God. It is. It is a bit too loud. A little too loud. It is loud. Press continue. This is 60 FPS, guys. I'm running it from my browser. From my browser. And what's wrong with this? You know, here's my question to some of you guys. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this idea? What's wrong with this choice? To have a choice where I don't have to wait for a game to download 2 hours, 3 hours, like that Microsoft Flight Simulator for 4 freaking days. 4 days I have to wait for that damn thing to download. Why can I have an option? Why can't you have an option to just click play right away like that? Don't have to worry about the storage space. Everything is updated. The graphics cards are upgraded. Guess what? Google can put 3080 or 3090 in their servers if they want to, if they feel like it, because they have money. They can purchase 3080, they can purchase 3090, and put the 3090 in the Stadia servers. And guess what? You'll be rocking 8K 60. They can easily do that. Shouldn't be a problem. Because they have servers, they can upgrade servers anytime they want. But see, Yongya and all these other YouTubers, they don't talk about that's possible, that they can actually do that. They have that ability to do that if they choose to do that. Anyway, let's continue.
The tunnel grew colder.
Yes, NBA 2K21, it's on Stadia. PGA Tour 2K21, it's on Stadia. Avengers, it's on Stadia. Hitman, all of the Hitmans are on Stadia. Hitman 3 will be on Stadia. Mafia Trilogy will be on Stadia. Cyberpunk will be on Stadia. What else we got? EA Sports games will be on Stadia. Look how quickly this loads. And it's 60 FPS. Look at this. And I can switch, look at this, between a controller and a mouse. Between a mouse and keyboard. Look at that. Just like that. I can switch. No problem. Here I am. Look at this. Okay. Isn't that fast enough for you? I don't know. Maybe it is. And I can switch between the keyboard and the mouse. And then I can go back to my television, play it in my bedroom. Or if I need to take a shit, or if I need to give a shit, I go to my toilet while I'm giving a shit. And I use my Note 10 Plus and play in, 1080p 60. Or 1440p 60. Okay? And you have that option to switch back and forth between any device and continue where you left off. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great that you have that ability to do that. But anyway, I'll use my controller for this purpose of this stream. Hey, what's up, Marcio? Here's what I think. I think they can change that. Even Linus Tech Tips, I think, kind of mentioned it briefly. They can change that. They can change that. It shouldn't. All of these things they can do. They can change it. They can change it on how they run their systems, on how they run their hardware, on how they run their servers. They can always change and upgrade their servers to run even better. So all of these issues, they can be fixed, all of these things that people are complaining about, it can be fixable. It's not unfixable. It's easy to fix, and you don't have to do anything. You just have to continue to be a subscriber, and that's that. They'll take care of everything. They'll build the hardware. They'll use a different operating system. They'll make sure they can even go as far as H.265 codec, where they can even have you run games like this at a much lower data. Maybe, I don't know, 5 gigabytes in 6 hours, or 12 gigabytes in 12 hours, or something like that. They can go ahead and figure out the way to keep the latency and data from your internet not to be drinking the gigabytes per hour. So there's a lot of different things they can implement in the future, and I think they will do that. I think in the future you will see that improvement because technology is advancing, the internet's going to advance, the infrastructure of the internet, especially with the fiber optics, and then satellite internet that's going to be in the future. All of that stuff will be implemented much quicker, much faster, especially with the 5G connection. Okay. Let me make this jump.
Okay. Up we go.
Everything's expensive. Even a PC is expensive. Look how much you're paying for that graphics card. Everything's expensive. People act as if when they buy a PlayStation that they're getting stuff for free. I mean, you can, let me tell you something. You can't even, go ahead. Okay, give it a try. Let me see if you can run your PlayStation 4 game today without PlayStation Network. You can't even boot up Tony Hawk without PlayStation Network. You always are required to be online. You always are required to have that PlayStation Network. You know what happens? That PlayStation Plus account. You know what happens when you don't have the PlayStation Plus account? Do you want me to tell you what happens if you guys don't already know this? Here's what happens when you don't have that PlayStation Plus account. If you cannot be verified and you're not connected to the internet, there's a lock bar icon on all of your applications, and you cannot use none of them because you have to be verified by PlayStation Network, by PlayStation Plus, to make sure that game you have, you own it, and you bought it, and you registered it to your PlayStation Plus. So what is this BS everybody's talking about? I own my games. You don't own shit. You don't own... Actually, the shit is the only thing you own, because you got to go to the toilet to take a shit. But you don't own nothing except the shit that you got to take when you go to the toilet. You really don't own nothing. Everything's being pretty much leased. So what's the difference, dude? Now, if you want to believe that you own your video games, go and believe that. Go and drink that Kool-Aid every day. But you're not. You know what you own? PlayStation 3 games, you own. PlayStation 2 games, you own. Xbox 360 games, you own. If you still have the disc. Physical media Blu-rays, physical media 4K, UHD Blu-rays, you own that. Your LP records, you own that. Your VHS cassettes, you own that. But don't give me this bullshit that you own these. No, you don't. You don't. If something happens majorly on the Steam and they lose all your data, they lose all the data of the games that you purchased, guess what, my friend? All of those games will be gone. Do you know how I know that? Smarty Pants, would you like to know how I know that? Because it has fucking happened to me. I lost over 300 fucking games on Steam because of some fucking hack that happened to Steam. And because of that, I lost all of my stuff. And guess what? I never got those 300 plus fucking games from Steam. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this bullshit that you own your games. You don't. Back in 96, back in 98, in early 2000s, yes you did. But right now, you don't own. Okay? Okay. Good. I want to hear this shit. Oh, I own my games. No, you don't. Let's go. At least I'm a man enough to accept the fact that, hey, it is what it is. This is the way it is. It's 2020. It's almost 2021. This is the way things are. I can adapt to it. I can accept for what it is. I don't need to justify my that. I'm paying. Look, you're gonna be paying money anyway. Money comes and goes. Either A, you're gonna be a gamer, or you're not gonna be a gamer. But let me tell you something. No matter what hobby you choose, it's gonna cost you money. I don't need it. I'll just need a flashlight for now. I've been hearing about this argument, like, on so many podcasts on Stadia. I've been hearing about this. Oh, I want to own my games. PlayStation, let me own my games. Hold on. I can't even tell that I'm on cloud. That's how smooth this is. I don't even know if I'm on the cloud. I feel like I'm playing it from my PC. But I'm on Stadia, actually. Oh, shit. Dude. I need a weapon. That's all of them? Alright.
Let's give it a pull.
Over at Artyom. I will give you the pool. Take it easy. Take it easy. Come on, Artyom. Take it easy. Artyom. Artyom. Hey, let's switch to, hold on. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's switch to a mouse and keyboard, man. I want to do this. Hold on. Hell yeah. Let's switch to a mouse and keyboard. That's much better.
Come in, Woodman. Come in.
This is too fast, man. Hold on. Holy
Coming
shit.
through loud and clear. Over. We're at the tower. I repeat, we're at the tower. Did the group move out? Over. Well, that's affirmative. We've made contact. They should be in the vicinity of the tower now.
This is too fast. Hold on. I know I can't. It's too
We'll
fast.
contact you again when we're at the top of the tower. Get a fix on our location then. Over.
Let's go, Derek.
I'm gonna use a controller. It's too fast. Who's that? This is the original. This is the first one, guys. The first game.
Glad to see you, Colonel. Did you hear that? Listen. What the hell is it?
He doesn't meet Anya till the sequel, right? Metro Last Light.
Stay calm. Watch your backs, boys.
Thank you, Juan. Yeah, man, I've been obstinate on Stadia as well, man. It's been a while since I've done Stadia, but now I realize how good this is.
My mark. Slide it well.
I don't have any ammo, man. I'm all without ammo. I heard some rumors. It's supposed to be sometime in September of
Life was never easy.
mid-September, like September 13th, between the 13th and the 15th,
There was comfort in
or
its
between the
routines
13th and 16th. I don't know, something like that, around there somewhere.
after
But
day. But since the mutant attack,
I wouldn't go by the rumors, man. I really think that it will be difficult to pre-order PlayStation 5. I'm telling you guys, you will have a difficult time pre-ordering PlayStation 5. And if you were able to get one, consider yourself very lucky. It's going to be very difficult to get that son of a bitch in your hands this November. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope you're doing better.
Artyom, you wake at last, I see.
Artyom, what did you
Hunter's
do,
on his
Artyom?
way. He should have news from the other stations. Come on.
Look at the graphics, man. Graphics are pretty darn good, man. Can you save the game here? Play guitar. I love the graphics, man.
Let's go, Artyom.
This is PC, bro. This is like PC graphics. Easily, man.
Hello, Artyom.
And don't forget, guys, they can do real-time ray tracing on Stadia. They can implement that in the future. They can do it. You know, it shouldn't be like a big deal for them. Yes, more difficult than the Xbox Series X and Series S. Why? Because, well, a lot of Xbox fans have jumped the ship. They have abandoned the Xbox and they're moving on to Sony. Why? Because of all the extra content and all the exclusivity that the PlayStation 5 will have in the next 7-8 years before they officially jump into digital only and cloud only. So, yeah, you will have probably a better chance getting a Xbox Series X than PlayStation 5. Because PlayStation 5 will be so difficult, man, to find this holiday season, man. It's just going to be almost impossible.
The station can't survive much longer if these attacks don't stop.
It's going to be like a PlayStation 2 shortage. Maybe worse than PlayStation 2 shortage. This could be the worst than PlayStation 2 shortage, man. It's going to be a long time. But the chances of you having it in your hands this holiday, very, very slim, man. The chances are very slim of you getting it this holiday season, man. Unless you're one of those lucky bastards that have connections, that knows the guy who knows the guy that knows the guy who knows the guy that knows the guy that knows the girl who knows the girl that knows another girl that knows another guy who knows another guy. And you know all of them. And you got some connections. That's like the only way, man. If you have those type of connections, well, good for you. But the chances of you just being able to get it, dude, I even put myself on a pre-order list 2 weeks ago. Sony still hasn't sent me any kind of notification. They told me that we can't guarantee you that you will be selected because there's so many people, and good luck. So good luck. If I'm able to be selected to be able to pre-order, I'll consider myself the most blessed man on planet. But that's highly unlikely, man. That's gonna happen. You know what? It's okay. You know, people ask me, "Are you gonna be all right if you don't get a PlayStation 5 this holiday?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be fine." I mean, I got 3 computers. I've got Shadow. I've got Stadia. I've got PlayStation 4 Pro, 2 of them. I got Xbox One X. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be fine. It's not like I'm gonna be missing out something majorly big on PlayStation 5. I can play Call of Duty, Cold War on my PC. I can play it on my Xbox Series X, One X. I can, I have options. So it's not like I'm going to be missing out. And Gran Turismo 7 is not going to be on the launch date. You're not going to be playing Gran Turismo 7 this holiday season. That's just a bullshit wet dream for all you Sony fanboys. Stop having that bullshit wet dream. Be grateful if you even play it 2021 October. Consider yourself lucky if you play Gran Turismo 7 October 2021. I'm just saying.
Hello, Arthur. Another patrol was attacked last night. The hospital's full.
I just try to keep it real, guys. I just try to keep it on a realistic level,
Mommy, do we need
Let's
to
go, Artyom.
wait long? My brother is in the hospital. He was at the outpost.
I love this remaster, man. It looks good.
Theater.
Alexei was in the battle. Has anyone seen him?
Oh, that's you.
Captain said he was okay, but I hope he's alive. Come on,
Yeah,
Alex.
wear that mask, bro. Take care of yourself, man. Remember, it's not just about taking care of you, but you can also affect other people you love, people you care. It's just, guys.
What to do?
I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. But if there's something globally going on, look, man, I'm not gonna take a chance. I only got one life. I don't want to, whether it's true or not true. I don't want to gamble my life with conspiracies. Okay.
How many casualties last night?
Don't ever gamble your life with the goddamn conspiracies. You only got one life, dude. Who gives a shit if it's true or not true, or if it's something else? I'm gonna put on that fucking mask. It doesn't bother me. I'm already used to it. Okay, wear that fucking mask. You know, because you only got one life, man. You don't want to gamble it.
He was at the outpost.
You don't want to gamble that. You know what I mean? What's up, Mamba? What's up, Derek? How you doing? Never gamble your life, because you can't take it back. It's gone. Just like that. Computers, I can build a new fucking computer. I can get a new fucking monitor. I can get a new whatever. Save some money, buy something new. Get a new car, whatever. Get it on fucking loan. Lease or whatever, what have you, right? But your life, man, it's just gone. Am I comfortable wearing a mask? It fucking bothers me. It's 100 degrees outside. Of course it bothers me. But I don't want to take that chance. Why? Because there's tons of people outside. And I don't know who these people are, where they're coming from, how clean they are, what they're doing, how nasty they are. I have no fucking clue. So I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to take that chance. So I put the mask on. I got some new subscribers and I got some old subscribers. My subscribers keep changing. Some of them are frozen. They forgot about me and they went somewhere else and then they come back. They're always like back and forth, you know. But I don't think it's that. It's really the YouTube. The YouTube and the algorithm, the way they are, you know, promoting my channel. Because they know I'm off the cuff. I have no filter. And YouTube doesn't like somebody like me who doesn't have a filter. And they don't want to put me out there, you know, with the majority. Because, you know, this guy, he's unpredictable. He has no filter. And da-da-da-da-da. We don't want to put him out there on that algorithm. But for the most part, man, I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. You know.
How are the wounded?
Not much improvement. 2 died this morning.
The Dark Ones did not kill outright, but they damaged
Well, here we go.
Victor's mind.
The Metro, they predicted the future too. Everybody's wearing a mask. What is this? New note? See what it says. But I'm so surprised how well this runs on a browser, dude. This is from a browser. This is from a browser, dude. PlayStation now cannot do it like this. Hell, even Shadow is having a difficult time to keep it this consistent. And what Stadia is doing here is freaking amazing, man. Do I think playing the games on GeForce 3090 graphics card on ultra settings at 4K? I think it's worth it, man. Once you appreciate the level of detail, listen, the reason it's worth it, it's because the only way you can truly appreciate the detail of graphics, of that ultra setting graphics, it's by having that native 8.3 million pixels resolution where you can see all of those details, and then consistent 60 FPS frames per second on top of that. It's like you're there. It's like you're really there. You're like really inside the game. Oh yeah, did you see Adam Sassler and how blown away he was when he was invited to that Nvidia show to play some games in 8K 60? Dude, he saw things that he didn't think, that he didn't realize in Destiny that they were there. The detail on the characters, the way the wind is blowing, all of that stuff at the constant 60 FPS on a 33 million pixels. Now think about that. The kind of detail you're gonna see even on this game with 33 million pixels. I just need you to wrap your brain around that. 33 million pixels. That's a high level density detail, man, that even your eyes cannot see that in real life that good. And then on top of it, you got 60 FPS, consistent 60 frames per second. That's insanity, man. You welcome. 6:30, you welcome, bro.
I can't reach.
This game runs really fast, man.
Who could that be?
It's Hunter.
Mutants don't knock first. Open the damn gate.
I think they're gonna be the same. They're going to be the same. You'll be paying $70 for both physical and digital. It's not gonna change, guys. It's gonna be the same. I'm pretty confident that's what they are aiming for.
Good to see you, Alex. Hello, Artyom.
So, Hunter, what's happening in the outside world these days?
Not much. Hears about the exhibition and the undead.
Honestly, I cannot see a difference. I'll be honest with you, dinner at 6:30. I have both
Artyom.
144. I have both 144 and 240 and 124, 120. I have all of them. I got 120 hertz, 144 hertz, and two 244 hertz Alienware monitors. Okay, which are TN panels, twisted pneumatic, because that's the best way you can get that refresh rate is through a twisted pneumatic panel. Twisted pneumatic TN panels, they're not the greatest panels because they have to be looked at the center because they shift colors if you move them a little bit to an angle. But anyway, besides the point, I can tell a difference between 244 and 144. I can tell a difference between 60 and 144. But I cannot tell a difference between 120 and 144. Dude, I cannot tell a difference between 120 and 144. I can see a difference between 60 and 120. Some people say there is a difference between 120 and 244. Dude, I tried 144 and 120 with 244, and I just simply, my eye just didn't see that difference. Some people, they say they can see a difference. It's possible. Maybe if you train your eye, if you consistently been playing on a 120 hertz or 140 hertz monitor, and then all of a sudden you jump into 244 hertz monitor, I guess maybe you're one of the lucky ones who have that eye that you can see that. But I personally, maybe because I'm an old geezer, maybe my eyes are not like what they used to be. Okay, my eyes are not what they used to be. So me personally, maybe it's just me. I'm not trying to say that people can't tell a difference. I'm saying me, Mr. 4K personally, can't tell a difference. But it's just me, you know, because I'm getting old and my eyes are not what they used to be, you know. You see, this one looks bigger than the other one. I'm multifacial, you see. What's up, Sunny Gamer? How you doing, Derek?
You're selling old postcards of New York City. I thought of your wall.
These are not the usual mutant creatures. This is something else. What the hell? Something much worse.
Dark ones. Well, whatever in hell they are, my order has a model. If it's awesome,
Man, I'm still blown away. Look how awesome this is, man. This is from browser, man. I'm playing Stadia from my browser. Look how smooth this is, man.
To the tunnels.
Alex, we must stay here and defend the hall.
All right, Artyom, quickly get a weapon.
Where's my weapon? Give me that weapon. Give me that weapon. Well, you give me a revolver. That's it.
Do I feel
They
lucky,
never come
punk?
this far into the station.
It's the hospital. They smell the blood.
Okay, how many of you would think that I'm playing this on a PC instead of Stadia? Okay, how many of you would think, okay, Mr. 4K is pulling a tricks. Mr. 4K pulling a tricks. Mr. 4K is pulling tricks. How many of you would think that I'm playing this directly from a PC, you know. Hey, how you doing, Emmanuel? How are you, bro? Oh, there's some great news, by the way. Real-time ray tracing, it's possible. Real-time ray tracing, it's now possible on the Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro. And they're gonna do it on Crysis Remastered. That's a good point. Sonny's making a good point, man. I mean, if you can afford $3.90, man, $2 a month shouldn't be a problem, man. He's got a good point. Yeah, Jay, it's been, listen, man, it's a consistency.
No dark ones here.
But see, here's the thing what people don't understand about me. Well, there's so much you guys don't understand about me. And that's okay. I like to keep my life private. I don't want to advertise myself. I don't want to be a celebrity, okay? Even like when people ask me about Ridley Scott, like, how do you know Ridley Scott? It doesn't matter how I know him. I know a bunch of people. It doesn't matter. The point being is, my intent was never to become some kind of celebrity, okay, or to become some kind of big YouTube star that's bringing this, you know, income of money. It was really just an experiment where I felt like, hey, let me experiment with the 4K televisions. Let me jump into the 4K revolution. And I jumped into the 4K revolution at that peak of 2015, 2016. And I'm like, let's go with this. Let's have fun. And for the most part, man, I had a great time, man. I had a great time with YouTube. Some great moments. Unfortunately, we had some bad moments. We had some individuals who just simply, you know, have a problem and issues of their own. But for the most part, I had a great time, man. I had a ball, man. I had a great time doing YouTube for over how many videos I made? 5,180 plus videos. I always had a great time entertaining you guys, doing these long live streams. Even though I work a real job, multiple real jobs. What do you think I was doing throughout the day? Just sitting on my ass? No. Sometimes I tweet something. I put on through my phone. I would post something on the community forums, but I want people to understand this is not my main thing. Okay, I'm not like Dr. Disrespect. I don't have a crew of people. I don't have my own posse following me. I don't have people working for me, doing things for me, making T-shirts for me, making the coffee cups and all that other stuff. That's not my intent. If it was my intent, well, I would be doing that. And I just wanted to do it like sharing, you know, just like having a good time, chatting with you guys, wanting to hear what you guys have to say about certain things. But it was really never about me, man. But people who don't like me, who are jealous of me, they think it's about me. They think this whole thing, this guy has an ego tripping. Some people even call me a Trump of YouTube, which is ridiculous. I don't give a shit about politics, nor did I ever give a shit about politics, okay? Especially from a guy who came from Bosnia. What do you think that war was all about? That war was about politics. So many lives were lost because of politics, okay? So I don't like politics, and I don't care. What is there to care about? You got two-party systems that's fixated, that's been rigged for decades. Two-party system. Pepsi, Coca-Cola. There's no Sprite. There's no orange juice. There's no, you know, any kind of different types of choices out there other than just red and blue. So I don't give a shit about politics. No, I sometimes go in there to amuse myself, to pick on these celebrities and laugh my ass off, to pick on these Republicans and these Democrats. But other than that, I could give a rat's ass about parties and politics and all that crap, you know. But some people think oh, he must be conservative. This guy's. I'm neither, man. I'm not registered for neither. You know what I am? A human being. I don't have any superpowers. I'm just a human being. That's all I am. A human being who's just trying to find a small measure of peace. That's it.
Just the usual tunnel trash.
But see, that's the problem. People assume. Because they hear from this guy, from a guy who doesn't know me, who never met me, who never talked to me in real life. You hearing it from people who don't know me. They know nothing about me. Never met me in real life, but you're gonna listen to those other people who talking shit about me, and they know that they don't know me, and I don't know them either. And I could care less, because I don't know them. You know, I wish them all the best. I wish everybody all the best, but I don't really know you personally to like really, you know, talk about someone.
Have a look at them. 10 soldiers trained in combat. Their bodies broken, their minds gone.
But thank you, Jay. Appreciate it, man. People ask me, what about those people you blocked? You know, I constantly get asked that question. What about those individuals who are blocked? Well, if you ask my moderators, if you ask Derek, if you ask Cameron D and previous ones, they ask for it. I gave them a chance, guys. I gave those individuals a chance. I give everybody a chance. But they blew it. They blew that chance with me. They mistaken my kindness for weakness, and they tried to exploit that kindness for weakness. And I had to remind them, well, you got it all wrong. But I tried to be fair. I tried to treat everyone fairly, and I tried to talk to everybody. Even though you're coming in with a different account, with your other sub-account, I still try to treat you based on how you communicate with me. I don't care about your profile picture. I don't care about how many videos you have and whatever. I encounter with people the way they encounter with me. You know, I shall give what I shall receive. That's how I work, man. You know?
But I had given my word. I learned that the caravan was heading to Riga the next day and needed guards.
But there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can be proud of your party, as long as you're not, you know, like a Bible tampering and telling people you need to join this, you need to do this, like a cheap car salesman. That's my only problem with people who do that. You should never suppress people, or not suppress. What's the word I'm trying to use? You should never sell and act like a salesperson and be in the people's faces. I think people mistaken what the freedom means. Freedom doesn't mean that you can do whatever the hell you want to do. There are consequences for everything, okay? A lot of that shit's been taken away out of the context. Yes, you have a right to express yourself. You have a right to believe in whatever you want to believe. You have a right to be proud of whatever you want to be proud of. But you don't have a right to be a salesperson and to be knocking on people's doors and trying to sell something. Okay, people don't like that. From both sides of the aisle, you know, whether it's the religion, whether it's the party, or whatever it is. When somebody's trying to sell you something, this is why you need to join this. This is why you need to join that. This is why you need to come with us. You know, that's to me, that's very nasty. You know, and I think that's the issue that we have from both sides. Is people are trying to convince one side over the other side. Let people make their own minds. Let them make their own decisions. Remember, a freedom of choice comes with a free will. I cannot force you to do something you don't want to do. I cannot make you believe in something you don't believe in. So you should let free will take its own course. Free will means I will, on my own free will, decide what I believe is the best. No one should have to, breathe down my neck and tell me this and tell me that. Yeah, just enjoy life, man. That's it. Now, speaking of life, we might meet. What is Anya here? Anya? I'm Artyom.
Taking your time as usual, huh? All right.
This guy looks like me when I was younger.
They're waiting for us. I'll meet you there. Hey, Artyom, don't forget anything, huh?
I will not forget anything. Don't you worry, cousin. Where's Anya? Is she still a stripper? What is she doing? Why didn't you tell me she was a stripper? The Wit Club? Below Zero Club? Where is it? Do I think the new Vizio OLED will be any good? I don't know. I don't know, man. I haven't checked Vizio, but I believe, as I was telling Derek, it's tough for Vizio to compete with a C10 series from LG. Listen, if you really want to experience the best of the OLED, you got to go with the LG C10. I'm just being frank. Yes, there's Vizio alternative, fine. But if you truly want the best of the best, if you want to have all the accolades and have the best of the best, do yourself a favor, man. Go with a C10, or at least 48-inch C10, man. I just think you're getting a far better deal, man. I know you're getting a far better deal with the LG.
Hey, that's some nice music. Where did you get that back?
Got it from a ranger for a ton of ammo.
You're sure you don't regret it?
This sounds like Anya. Who is in here? Knock knock.
Baby, if my wife could cook like you, I'd be the happiest man in the world.
Man, it's been a while since I played this.
And he says,
Locals talking about dirt, walking around and leaving those dirty footprints everywhere.
Under the proposed agreement, our stations are to jointly solve issues concerning trade.
Hello, doing well, I presume? Not bad at least. Please. My son's sick.
Hey, let's go! Drunk again. Get the hell up, you slob.
well, sweetheart, what should Daddy get you?
I mean, I still have my E8. My E8 since 2018, and still no issues, still no problems. Runs super smooth. Now, can a potential burn-in on the OLED happen? Of course it can happen. Can you get stuck in the elevator? If you keep riding that elevator, yeah, there's a pretty goddamn good chance. One of these days you're gonna get fucking stuck. Hydraulics gonna get all fucked up, and you're gonna get stuck in the elevator. If you're flying all the time on an airplane, yeah, there's a pretty good fucking chance. You might have a rough landing, or terrible turbulence, or a close call, or something. Shit always can happen. But this idea that some people have, as soon as you buy an OLED and you start playing video games on it, you start watching ESPN, Fox Sports, and you have that logo, constantly, that all of a sudden now, boom, you're going to have that permanent enclaved imagery embedded into your panel, which is ridiculous, man. Come on. That static imagery, can it happen? Of course it can happen. But the LG technology has advanced they make sure that that doesn't happen. Now, if you're forcing it the way our things was forcing it for 48 hours plus, they were purposely forcing it, then of course, yeah, it's gonna happen. But that's forcing something to happen. There's a difference, you know. I mean, but it's true. I like to use those analogies because it's true. You know what I mean? And I'm a testament of that, man. I'm a proof of the OLED. This is my 5th OLED, including the one that they gifted to me from South Korea. No issues, no problems. Don't you think by now this guy right here would have already have some issues, some problems with the with the OLED, not a PlayStation. PlayStation 5. I almost said PlayStation 5. Do you think this guy right here would already have issues and problems with the OLED? My 5th OLED. But here's another breaking news. Even my Sony X900E still works. No problems. Small echo? Let me see some. Oh. How about now? I know why, because of my camera. But even my LCD televisions that I haven't had any issues. Even with my Q8FN that I still have no issues. You know, if I listen to these clowns, these so-called professionals, they all became professionals. No one was doing the television reviews. No one was doing television picture settings in 2015 the way I was doing it. In 2014, 2013, where was the HD TV tests? Where was all these, you know, these so-called calibrators and picture settings guru guys? Where were they? And nowhere to be found. But ever since I started pushing this whole thing, everybody started coming out of the woodwork. Everybody's a professional. Everybody knows everything, you know. You know how many televisions I've been through. I haven't had a single issue with neither one of them. Not one single issue. Especially the OLED. Not one single issue. The only issue I had was a projector, HD 2550 BenQ, but that's because the BenQ HD 2550 had a faulty power supply. And one of my old television, Philips, Sharp 720p Sharp, passed away recently because it's an old goddamn TV, and it is what it is. But I haven't had like any major issues with none of these televisions. You know, the people were claiming and talking about. None.
Pork! Here, tender pork!
Alright, let me try something else. Let's exit this. I want to try something else. It was a great experience. Excellent. Let's try what should I, Hitman, or what should I try? I want to try man, I want to try Red Dead Redemption. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption. Or maybe, hold on. Hitman, World of Assassin. Let's try the Hitman, dude. Let's go ahead, let's try it. Let's try the Hitman really quick. Hitman. Hit me! Hit me! Important safety. Did you guys see the Hitman 3 PlayStation VR? Oh my god, that shit looks bananas. I just recently saw video on YouTube, and they were showcasing a Hitman 3 on the PlayStation VR, and that thing just looks like sick. I acknowledge, yes, I accept. And look how good the quality is, man. This is from a browser, man. Look how good it looks. GeForce has become a joke, man. GeForce has become like just a laughable joke. Sure, allow it. That's fine. Yeah, I'm super excited about the Hitman VR. And also Hitman 3, it's coming out on Stadia. Let's do a story. Look at the quality, man. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but the quality on my monitor right now here, it's super clean, super sharp. I can tell a difference. I'm thinking that this is running from my computer, honestly. Game mode, sniper assassin. I never tried the sniper assassin. What is a sniper assassin? I want to try this out. We'll do it here, Siberia. Mission assess. Mission assess. It's gonna be so much fun, dude. When is that coming out? See, I don't know when it's coming out. When is the Hitman VR coming out?
Welcome to Siberia, 47. One of the harshest climates on the planet. Your destination,
I didn't know that. I don't know. Does it give you a clown emoji? Well, if it does, well, that's fantastic. I always wanted to be a clown in Stadia. Who is this guy? You look like a berserker. You look like an angry, bald-headed, big pile of angry. We have to assassinate him.
Scheduled to take place today. Capco's offer comes at an opportune time for Reznikov.
This is so cool, man.
Investigations by the United Nations Human Rights
January 20. Oh, hell yeah. During that cold winter. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Everyday occurrences in Perm 14. Our client suspects that Capco's release could cause serious.
We're going to do this for the mother Russia. For the mother Putin. And all the sexy, hot Russian girls. For their mother Russia. Big pile of angry. Only Mr. 4K can make these one-liners.
You will need to find a way to set the riot off and use it as a cover for the eliminations.
How much is Stadia right now? I have to look into it. What is it? $69, right? I have to look into it, man. I know it's not $100. Is it $100 now? You get a package deal for $100, right? Okay. Let's see. Level 2, level 3. Okay, all I have is this sniper for right now. Challenges. Okay. Objectives. Crime and punishment. Roman Kabko. And then this guy, Reznikov. Hey, did you guys see Dr. Disrespect was playing Call of Duty, Cold War? Excuse me. He was playing a Cold War Call of Duty. And let me tell you, looks super fast. Cold War Call of Duty looks amazing, dude. All right, let's play. Oh, I see. Oh, I don't have the required content. Ah, bloody hell. I have to buy the content. Well, that's okay. Let me just play a story. Let's do the night call. I love the night call. Night call's so cool, dude. There's this very hot babe, dude. Hot babe in there. She's taking a shower. And he creeps in like a little pervert. Like a bold little pervert. And he keeps singing a song to her. Says, I'm too sexy for my head. Too sexy for my bald head. And I am 47. I too sexy for my bald head. You guys know what I'm talking about. You remember that song? It's fucking from MTV, man. Long time ago. This is back in the 90s, man. Like early 90s. I'm too sexy for my socks. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. Come on, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. You heard of this fucking song. Not the ding ding dong. Not the ooh, she touched my tra-la-la. That's not the same guy. Everybody's mistaking that guy, even though that guy looks like Dr. Disrespect. Maybe Dr. Disrespect got his whole persona from, ooh, she touched my tra-la-la. I've been denied. You know, it's not that fucking guy. It was the other guy. Yeah, that fucking guy. Siegfried. Yeah. Siegfried. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's play. Difficulty professional. Let's go professional. Okay, let's go professional. Let's do it professional. Let's do this. I don't care. We're gonna do this professional. Fuck it. Let's go. Find a way into the bedroom. Yes. You have a good memory, man. You remember these bands and songs. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt.
World's top assassins working for the ICA. When all of their recent missions.
Will I use the crowd play? I don't know. That's a good question. I have to think about that. I have to talk to my moderators. I don't know. I have to talk to you guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, I don't want to do anything that's gonna screw up the experience. You know, for my members. I really don't. Here's the thing, man. I don't want this channel to turn into like some kind of like. I want this to be like this. I don't want to be a sellout like Joe Rogan. You know. When you become bigger, he starts selling himself out to the highest bidder. I want to be real with you guys all the way. Even if I am live streaming from a tent in a camp somewhere and there's a Sasquatches running around and shit like that, I'm still gonna do it the same way. You know, I just don't want to change anything. You know, because I don't want to be. I find it disgusting. When I look at these commercially heavily sponsored YouTube's videos with these stunningly threatening big booties and big titties thumbnails, clickbait thumbnails, it's just not into that, man. Look at the graphics. Oh my god. Holy shit, guys. Look at Stadia, bro. Look at Stadia.
Understood. Alma Reynard's house is just
My
at the beach.
god, Stadia.
That she and her team are
Stadia.
most likely planning the militia's next strike.
Reynard is one of the shadow client's top.
Take your time, Derek. Don't worry. I'm still here. Yeah, I've been busy too, Derek, but you know, someone said to me today, maybe you're too tired to do a live stream. I said, what? Too tired to do a live stream? What are you trying to say? Too tired to climb to the top of the Mount Everest? No. We're going to climb to the Mount Everest and we're going to come back safely with an oxygen. We're going to share the oxygen bottles. We're going to conserve it and share it. It looks great, man. Amazing graphics, dude. I don't remember even PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X look this freaking great, man. This is just bananas, man. I know there's a hot bitch that's gonna make me rich. She's in there, and she's some kind of reporter, right? She's gonna take a shower. I'm gonna play a little Ghost of Tsushima here. Ghost of Tsushima. Guys, don't listen to the haters when it comes to Stadia. Please don't fall into that trap. Think for yourself. I find it it's weakness if you can think for yourself. If you need someone else to tell you how to take a piss, how to take a shit, and how to buy a paper towel, and how to use it. No, man. No one should have to tell you how to flush the toilet. You know which way the button is, press it, flush it yourself. It's just, man, try it out for yourself. I'm getting tired of these haters, Stadia sucks. Stadia's a garbage, man. Look at this latency. Look at this latency, man. Come on, man. Yeah, California, it's like I'm so heartbroken what happened to California, man. Because I love California, man. Once upon a time, California dreaming of these blondes putting the lotion on my body and rubbing it gently so nicely. What the fuck is this song all about? California Dreaming? Anyway, it's pretty sad what happened to Los Angeles County, even San Francisco. I mean, the amount of homeless people, the amount of people out of work, businesses being closed down, looting, the crime rates going through the roof. It's just sad, man. Because California is a beautiful state. It's a beautiful state. And it's really sad to see what has happened, man. Now, it's not the end of the world. It can still be fixed. But, man, it's pretty sad what has happened to that state, man. Look at New York City, man. It's ridiculous. Forget New York City. Look at Chicago. Chicago has become like straight out of RoboCop. Detroit, like out of RoboCop. Detroit's supposed to be the most dangerous place. Well, Chicago took #1 spot. New York is #2. L.A., I guess. No, Baltimore is #3. And L.A., it's like #4 or something like shit like that. I don't know. So L.A. is still doing pretty good. Los Angeles, be proud of yourself. You're still doing pretty good. It's not as bad as New York. It's not as bad as Portland. You're still doing good. So be proud of yourself, Los Angelines. My dear Los Angelinos, be proud of yourself. But, I hate to see, like, the cities that I love Los Angeles. I hate to see. Look, I'm optimistic, man. Listen, man, things will get back to normal next year. Right now, things kind of sucks because we're in the midst of this election and we're in the midst of this pandemic. But I think next year there will be vaccines, businesses will reopen, there will be some kind of relief. I think things are going to slowly evolve for the better next year, I think. And I hope I'm right. Everybody here should pray and hope that I'm right, Look at him walking like a Terminator. Where's Sarah Connor? I'm the Terminator. I'm the 47,000 T model. Liquid crystal metal with the bold head. Where is she? Where's Sarah Connor? You guys need RoboCop. Definitely need OCP out there, man. For sure, man. It's like so sad, man. You know what's really sad? It's sad to see that in this process of these gangbangers, the children in a crossfire. are getting killed. And that just bothers me, dude. If you guys want to gangbang each other, I don't give a fucking rat's ass. But what bothers me is, in the midst of that whole crossfire, the kids are getting killed. Innocent people are getting killed. That's not right, man. Can't have that, man. Can't have that. I don't know what you got to do. If you have to declare some kind of I don't know, city of emergency, if you need to have an additional, fuck it. I would go as far as a martial law. You know what? I would just go all the way, dude. At least I would have the big balls to do it. I would go all the way. Martial law, enough is enough. Too many innocent people are dying. Cannot have this. Martial law, that's it. Let's go. Time to clean up these gangbangers from whatever, from whichever parts they're coming from, who's sponsoring who's getting this. That's it. Crack down on all of them through martial law. Use everything at your disposal, everything. Satellite imagery, drones, etc., etc. Use every possible resource you have. And we have all those possible resources. We can crack down on all of those groups, who's sponsoring who's doing what, how they're getting this stuff transported, etc., etc., etc. And clean up the city, get city back on its feet. Why? Because people are paying taxes. These are hardworking people. They're trying to make ends meet. They're trying to live. And they can't live because they live in fear now. They don't know. They see a car with a tinted window. They don't know they're going to roll down the fucking window and start spraying bullets. I don't know. No. If I was in charge, martial law, and I guarantee you by the end of October, these cities will be so safe. You could actually roll down your window and sleep with the car keys inside, and no one's gonna touch you. In the middle of like a downtown, and no one's gonna touch you. No one's gonna even dare think about getting close to you. Listen, sometimes, look, I come from Bosnia. We dealt with these situations as well, and we took some extreme measures. For the extreme times, it takes extreme measures. You got to do what's necessary. You know that old saying, a necessary evil. Sometimes you got to use unnecessary evil at your disposal because you're losing cities. It's getting out of control, and you got to do what you got to do. I'm not a fan of martial law. I'm not a fan of seeing troops running around and using all these resources. I'm not a fan of that either. But there comes a point of time where you got to say, hey, what are we doing? People are dying. Innocent people. These are Americans who are dying. We cannot have this kind of nonsense going on. We got to do what we got to do. Somebody has to have balls to do it. Who's going to do it? I don't know. But somebody has to have a fucking big kahunas, big fucking balls to say enough is enough. Let's get this done. Exactly, Mr. Urban World. And I have friends in military. Listen, they tell me they're stationed somewhere else, not doing anything, doing some patrols, flying, Black Hawks and other stuff, doing other things. Said National Guards too. Said they'd be more than happy, dude. Said they'd be more than happy to keep the neighborhood safe, to work with the FBI, to work with the DEA, to work with all these other agencies, DHS, to work with all of them. They'd be more than happy to work with everybody, to get these criminals, put them in jail, prosecute them, collect all the data, find out who they are, who's sponsoring them, who's sponsoring who's behind it, where does it go, where does the rabbit hole goes, and this would be like one of those huge operations that would take probably a couple of months, 2-3 months, probably by the end of Christmas, but at least you would have beginning of 2021, you would have a safe city. And some of these mayors, they need to resign. I mean, honestly, they should just resign. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should resign. Some of these commissioners should resign as well. This is a disgrace, man. Disgrace. Well, you gotta have balls. The wars are not won with no balls. You gotta have balls, man. You gotta have balls to do it. But no one seems to have balls these days, man. It's people are afraid. I've never. What happened? Now, I don't want. Listen, I get it. Nobody wants to die. People want to live. People are afraid. But here's the problem. May I say something? You let fear take full control of you. That's it. You're done. If you let fear take the full 100% control of you, man, you're in bad shape. May God protect you some other ways, but good luck. You can't let fear take over you. That's what they're counting on. The intimidation, the fear, and that will suck it all in. Panic attacks, hide in the corner somewhere. You can't do that, man. Can't allow that to happen. I dealt with all of this stuff when I was young, when I was growing up in Sarajevo, during that very bloody war in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And look, I never dreamt that that kind of shit that happened there, that some kind of shit remotely would be happening here. I never dreamt of that, because I always look at the United States as a place of understanding, compassion, united, people working together regardless of our skin, ethnic background, religious points of views. We're all Americans. We're all working together. We're all human beings for the greater good of this planet, for the greater good of humanity. But I never thought that we would get. I never dreamed that we would get to this point where we are at right now. And it's as bad as it gets, guys. It's as bad as it gets, in my opinion. But anyway. Can I take a swim? No, I can't. Oh, too bad. I need a key. Where's the key? I'm missing the key. Where did she leave the key? Where did she leave the key? Listen, man, I try to stay optimistic. I think things will get better. Things will get better. But I also know that some actions needs to be taken. Okay? I know the actions has to be taken because I've been through this road myself. When you have lawlessness, when you let certain organization take over, we had the same issue in Sarajevo, in Bosnia, in 1992. There was these groups. They were like a militia or something, and they were taking the law into their own hands. They were taking the law into their own hands. There was drug dealings, there was rapes, there was murders, and then finally the Bosnian army says, okay, we cannot have this shit. Even though the Bosnian army was fighting the Serbs on the front lines, but still we were able to manage. One of the generals there, back in 1993, he said, that's it, we have to clean the house. We cannot let this kind of lawlessness plague, this kind of cancer plague our city. And guess what? It was nasty. There was some bloodshed, but it was a necessary evil. It was a necessary evil. They had to do some very necessary measures to dealt with the situation, And I'm speaking from my own experience in Sarajevo when I was growing up in that war, Now, when we talk about martial law, we're not talking about, gung-ho, going around, you know. The soldiers are professionals too. They're humans being. They're human beings. They're not a robots. This would be an operation for them to be able to quickly and efficiently capture these individuals, these gangs, these groups, whatever these organizations are. They're sponsoring this whole thing. It would be much quicker and easier for them to work with the military, to work with the National Guard, to work with the FBI, to work with the National Security, Homeland Security, I'm sorry, to get the intelligence and to quickly comprehend, to find out where they're operating, what their next moves are, what their next plans are, where they're located next, which city they're moving next, etc., etc. It would be much easier, it would be much quicker, it would be much faster to do it that way. And it would be much better and safer. Sure, of course there's going to be some, you know, there's going to be a conflict. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this would be no casualties. Of course. Every action has a reaction, and there will be resistance and there will be casualties. But this is a necessary evil that you have to be able, as a commander-in-chief, as a somebody who is in charge, a true leader who is in charge, understands people will judge me no matter what I do, but I will do what's best to save the cities and to save the country. And that's what's called a true leader, somebody who has the balls to do what is necessary to do to protect the citizens who are paying taxes, who are trying to go through all the legal systems, obey the law, work really hard. You have to protect that. If you don't protect that and you let the anarchy take over, well, then you got the purge. Then you got the Joker land. You know, you don't want to live in that kind of a world, man. Okay? You cannot operate businesses where the green light is given to these organizations to go in and destroy your businesses and intimidate you and beat you up and take your stuff. Again, these are some extreme times that require some extreme decisions to be made. Who's going to do it? I don't know. Is it going to be General Milley? Is it going to be the president? I don't know. Who's going to do it? Who's going to be at the Joint Chief of Staffs? Who's going to make this decision? I don't know. There's certain executive decisions that can be overwritten. You know, they can be override. Doesn't matter what the mayor says. Doesn't matter what the commissioner says. It could be override. It's not going to be pretty, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That's all I'm saying. I hope we don't get to that point, but I don't see any other option except martial law. Call it insurrection, martial law, whatever. It is what it is. What does martial law stand for? Martial law stands for when the city and the state has failed to protect the sovereignty of that state and that city and protect its citizens. It's incapable of doing so. So what needs to come in? Well, the federal has to come in. Because you as a city, you as a county, you as a state has failed. So therefore, the federal has to take in. Could this cause problem? Of course. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. You know, this is just the real talk, you know. Anyway, enough of that. Because people have been asking me about this. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Look, man, I just don't want to see people lose their businesses. I don't want to see people lose their lives. I don't want to see innocent children get killed in the most powerful country on the planet. So, you know, this cannot be normal. People getting killed and shot simply because they have a different points of view, different opinions. This cannot become normal. I do not want my nieces and my nephews to grow up in the world living scared or running scared based on what they think or based on what their opinions are. They don't want to live in that kind of world. No one should want to live in that kind of world. Okay? This is why people come to this country. Because you have ability to express yourself. Okay? And that shouldn't be taken away from us, man. Then it's not democracy. I don't know what it is. Definitely not democracy. For sure. Sounds more like Middle East. That's what it sounds like. Or sounds more like Venezuela or some other countries out there. Third world countries. Like Somalia, you know. Lawlessness. Tribalism. Okay? And if we lose that, if we lose our democracy, man, then move to Canada, I guess. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and let's do this. But nobody wants to talk about this openly. Everybody's just hiding, being afraid to talk about it openly. At least I, as you all know, I have nothing intimidates me. I'm not afraid of anything. And I speak my mind, and I call it the way it is. It's sad that there's not that many people out there. They don't have enough balls to call it for what it is. And I think that's what's lacking, a true leadership to do what's necessary. Okay, we need to find the keys. Sorry about that. You know, our forefathers are always Thomas Jefferson and even George Washington and John Adams. They were all afraid. Even Benjamin Franklin, Dr. Benjamin Franklin, even he was afraid that we could easily lose this union, this United States Union, you know, the 13 colonies, 13 states, that we could easily lose this. And they almost lost it in a civil war, a Confederate war versus the United States Union, which is, you know, during the Civil War. And Abraham Lincoln was afraid, hey, we might lose this if we don't take necessary actions, if we don't do what's necessary. True leadership is the key. You gotta have a true leadership. If you don't have that true leadership, then it's very easy to lose what you have built for 250 years. And that's scary, because if it doesn't work here and we lose what we have here, then the entire world's going to be different. The Europe's going to, everybody for themselves. And then you're going to have a major, major fucking problem and chaos in the world, man. So you cannot lose democracy. Cannot lose that. I'll find the key. Where is the key? I need a key. What are my thoughts on that? Listen, sure, racism does exist to a certain degree. You know, it's 350 million people, of course, so many different ethnic backgrounds. Of course, there's going to be that. There's always going to be that. There's going to be people, they're going to look at you differently if you're Muslim or if you're Christian or if you're this, if you're Jewish. There's always going to be that. That's always going to be there in some way or form. But we're not talking in big numbers. We're not talking like this juggernaut number of systematic racism, okay? Because if that was true, then we wouldn't make it 250 years. If that was true, then you wouldn't have LeBron playing in the NBA. You wouldn't have Michael Jordan playing in the NBA. If that was true, you wouldn't have Denzel Washington in the movies. Okay? But that's not true. Sure, it does exist, but it's being used as a propaganda by other party to make the other party look bad for their own political gain. It's simple as that. And it's dangerous that they're playing with that kind of game. It's very dangerous that they're exploiting certain cases that have happened, and they're using those cases to exploit them for their own ideals, to get rid of this other guy that's in the office, so they can run the show and take the White House and take the House of Representatives and, you know, control the Capitol Hill and maybe even majority of Congress. That's dangerous. That they're willing to go down that way. That they're willing to go down that route to do that. That's very dangerous. And that's not good, man. They're playing with a very dangerous, fucking dangerous card. It's very dangerous what they're doing. And they know it. That's what scares me. What really, not that scares me, but it's just makes me wonder about them. Who are you? Who are you as a party? Like, who are you guys? What happened to you? Who are you really? When you peel off that onion, that mask, layers of onions, who really are? Who are you? You can't be questioned. You can't be disagreed with. You are never wrong. You're always right. And you never make mistakes. If that's not a form of dictatorship, if that's not the form of evil, then I don't know what is. And if you're willing to exploit tragic situations and turn them into some kind of a movement, that's even more evil. Means you're brainwashing certain demographic of individuals, of people, and you're brainwashing them to make them think that this is what's really going on. That's dangerous, man. Dangerous. It's very dangerous cards they're playing. And I don't know what's going to happen in November, but it's very dangerous, the kind of fucking cards that they're dealing with, man. Now, I'm not a fan of this other guy. You know, he's got ego problems. You know, he thinks he's always